Jim, we'll start with you on this one. Do you support the card check effort proposed by the unions?
The card check effort, I do think we need a system like that to make sure that people are in this country legally. Yes, I do.
Raj?
Well, I believe the question was about the Employee Free Choice Act. Okay, so, do you want to take the question? Okay. Well, that's I know it's an issue that's been bouncing around the Senate and past the House, and I will just tell you my key principles on that, which are, I do believe in the right to collectively bargain, and I think that, for people who there are certain industries and there are areas where, there is a role for collective bargaining, and that's been a great American tradition, and that should be supported. I do believe, obviously, in secret and fair elections, and that there should be crackdowns on coercive practices by unions and employers alike. And so I think as we see what will happen in the future Congress about where that legislation ends up, as I said, it's a constantly evolving piece of legislation, but I think it's an important principle to recognize that we do have free and fair elections in the unionizing process, but that the right to collectively bargain is important.
Mike?
This may not happen much more in the campaign. I agree with most everything you said. It is absolutely the case that collective bargaining has its proper place in our labor markets today. There's no doubt about that. But the liberal progressives continue to demand greater and greater rights, putting more and more burden on our employers. And the Employee Freedom of Choice Act, brought to you by Speaker Pelosi and Leader Reid, will fundamentally shift the relationship between employers and employees, and I think it's the wrong direction, especially in a time when we've got unemployment as a practical matter at 1 in 6.